What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another video on the channel. Today I'll be discussing something that I've really put off for the past years. Because I've been thinking about doing it, but I just never got around to it because you can tell by the title of the video what I'm talking about. But um, it was the reason why I was gone for a year and I went on that hiatus. I discussed it during my so long video because I wasn't sure I was ever going to make videos again, but that's besides the point. So if you don't know and are seeing me for the first time, I went to like 2 years ago now. I enlisted in the United States Marine Corps and went to MCRD Paris Island because when you're on the West Coast, pretty much, or not West Coast, East Coast, east of the Mississippi, you go to MCRD Paris Island in fucking the hellhole that is known as South Carolina, right on the Georgia South Carolina border in that area. Like literally Savannah or airports, the airport you land at, that's in Georgia, right? If you're on the west of the Mississippi, you go to MCRD San Diego, right? So anyway, I went to Paris Island back in early 2023. It was March 27th or 24th was my ship date. And I just wanted to go over some stories. I've been holding it off because the reason I got out so soon was because I got injured and never could recover from my injuries, and I ended up getting out on a medical discharge, an entry-level medical discharge. And to be honest, I was pretty ashamed of that. I'm not really going to go into too much details about it, but that was the reason why I've been putting out this video. But now I've gotten over it, I've moved on, and I'm ready to talk about my experiences. I figured I'd show my name tapes just as proof for a little bit. Here's my name tapes that I stole. I don't think you were supposed to. I ripped these shit off my blouse before I left. I don't even think you're supposed to keep them, but I did. So honestly, I came to, and the reason I got injured was because I came to the island just completely unprepared. I was in terrible shape, and I'm pretty sure I was injured even before I got there, because I was running myself so hard trying to get conditioned. Because I had 2 weeks. I was in the they call it the what do they call it? The pulley program, I believe, or whatever. Basically, when you are ready to ship and go to MEPS for the first time, you are in the pulley program or whatever, and you have to go to mandatory pulley meetings and shit. I didn't go to this. I only went to one because my recruiter told me to, and it fucking sucked. God damn, it sucked. But I was only in the pulley program for 2 weeks. After my first trip to MEPS, I shipped out 2 weeks later, which is really quick. But I came in spring where the ship rates were pretty low because usually the ship rates go up after a lot of people graduate from high school, fresh out of high school and shit. So I went there early, and yeah, I didn't have a lot of time, but yeah, and I went through MEPS, and let me say, if anyone considering joining the military, just be prepared for fucking MEPS because that shit fucking sucks. On my first trip there, I was literally the last one because you get all the physical shit. You do the piss test. You all got different bullshit. You got a fucking crab walk or whatever the fuck they call it. All that stupid shit, and or duck walk. You got a fucking duck walk and all that stupid shit. And I was literally the last one to leave the fucking MEPS that day of everyone who was there because I had to get my fucking ear cleaned because my ears are like, the way they're shaped is just weird as fuck. So I was fucking exhausted. And then when before you ship out, you literally there from fucking like 5 a.m. to you eventually ship out like later that fucking day. It was like 12 o'clock at night, or like it was fucking super late at night before I arrived at Paris Island. And goddamn, is it a fucking shock. Like, the whole plane ride there, you're trying to sleep, but you can't because you're fucking nervous as shit. So I was like literally fucking could not get a wink of sleep on the plane ride there. And it was a connecting flight, so I went from Louisville, which was where I went to MEPS at, flew from Louisville to Atlanta Airport, and then went from Atlanta to Savannah, and then there we board our buses to go to Paris Island, right? And I was already exhausted. But when you're in receiving, which I stand by to this day, obviously I didn't make it far enough to do the Crucible, but from my experience, the worst part of it all, from the entire. I was there for a year. Okay, I was there for a fucking year, and the worst part is fucking receiving because you are treated like absolute shit by everyone, and you do not know what the fuck you are doing, bro. They're saying shit like ears, eyeballs, fucking zero. You don't know what any of that shit means, so you're just all over the fucking place. Fucking other recruits, when they do see you, they're fucking laughing at you, making fun of you. The drill instructors are twice as hard on you because you're a fucking receiving recruit, so you just get treated like shit, even worse by the fucking, the drill instructors, and it just absolutely sucks. And you get no fucking sleep. You're running back and forth. Your fucking heart rate's do 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 because you're fucking scared because you're here now. You're in the shit. Like pretty much after you fucking get off those yellow footprints, it's just straight fucking. After you go through those damn silver hatches, bro, you are getting fucking. They're in your face, just all over the fucking place, bro. I was fearing for my life. I ain't gonna fucking lie, bro. I was fearing for my life. I literally thought these motherfuckers were about to knock me out stone cold, bro. That's what I thought they were gonna do. Obviously, they didn't. They're not gonna do that shit. They're not gonna fucking knock you smooth out. They'll fucking push you and grab you and shit, but they're not actually gonna hit you. But it's still fucking terrifying, getting screamed at and shit. And you're not used to screaming, so you lose your voice, or you're not screaming loud enough, and you get shit on more. And then you're getting these nasty ass box chows that like I never could completely finish without damn near fucking gagging. And I'm not even a picky eater, bro. But them cold fucking box chows they get you in receiving fucking suck. And you finally get issued all your gear. You're out in the fucking sun. My scalp was literally fucking burnt because they shave your fucking head damn near bald, and then fucking barbers are fucking rough on your scalp, dude. You fucking scalp is like they're fucking just like scalping you, dude. So they're fucking rough on you, and they're fucking assholes too. And you're getting fucking yelled at by them because you're not doing something correctly or not moving fucking fast enough. Okay, and then my fucking head got sunburnt. My ears were so fucking burnt that I was literally scabbing over because we had no fucking shade. And we're getting eat up by fucking bugs, fucking sand fleas, eating you up fucking all over the place. Fucking drill instructors would be like, let them eat, bro. They gotta eat too and shit. So you be standing there, fucking arms covered in these fucking pieces of shit, especially in the mornings, bro. In the evenings, dude, they be everywhere, bro. And especially in the spring too, when I came there, because in the winter they're not there, but then when they wake up in the fucking spring, dude, they are all over your ass. But anyway, you're in that shithole, and you finally make it to forming week, which is it's kind of hard to describe, but you're still wearing your fucking tennis shoes, which they call it fucking Ghost Fasters. They always have these stupid ass names for shit. So you're in these fucking Go Fasters with your fucking trousers cuffed up. I got your boots yet. I forgot how long forming lasts. It's not very long. You're fucking what's it called, the guide on or whatever. It doesn't even have a fucking platoon fucking shit on it, and like so it's just like a little pole that the guide holds, and it's just a complete shit show because no one knows what they're doing. No one knows how to stay in step. No one knows how to do anything in your fucking Go Fasters and shit. So it's just terrible. But yeah, it just sucks. The first week of boot camp is just absolute dog shit. And even the second week sucks. And I was injured pretty much the entire time. My feet literally swelled up to like twice the size. My legs were all swollen up. And I eventually went to medical and got light duty. They kept misdiagnosing me, saying I had like what was it called, vasculitis in my legs because I wasn't used to standing up for so long, which I also believed. But I really got to the point where I was so swollen up I couldn't even run. I couldn't even sprint because my legs were so swollen up. So after going to medical for like the second or third time, they finally fucking gave me an X-ray, and it turns out that I had fucking fractures, stress fractures all in my legs, like in 7 or 8 different spots. Literally, the fucking medical staff said that this was some of the worst X-rays. Like this is the most injuries they've seen in someone's legs ever. Like she had a whole list of where all my injuries were. So obviously I got dropped. I got dropped right around table 1, which was like range, where you get qualified, which is like the easiest week of the easiest 3 weeks of the fucking entire time in boot camp. So I got dropped after being on and off light duty a lot of the time, and I was just completely I felt like fucking shit because I was getting made fun of not only by the drill instructors, by the recruits too. Everyone was like, "Oh, you're just cheating through boot camp and shit," and yeah, I felt like absolute shit. That's probably the lowest I've ever been in my life. But some stories from me being in actual recruit training. I guess we'll start there. It was a lot of times, bro, I did not take Firewatch seriously. Like, I would always try to get, first of all, I'd get Firewatch like every fucking day because for some reason the goddamn scribe would never switch the fucking rosters for Firewatch, bro. I was on Firewatch every fucking day, bro. The same shift, bro. So I really didn't give a fuck because I was getting Firewatch every day. And they'd have these duties, bro. I just wouldn't fucking do the duties. You know what I'd do? I'd get fucking post 2, which is the back hatch with the back door of the squad bay. We're on third deck lead series. I was platoon 1042 for a Bravo company, which I was in first battalion, which is literally the fucking like Bravo and first Bravo and Alpha are like considered to be like the two best platoon companies on the island, and one of the best for first battalion. And first battalion is just hard as fuck, just full stop. Full stop. First battalion is considered to be the hardest on Paris Island. It usually goes easier as you go down. So like first battalion's the roughest, second battalion's up there too, and then third battalion's kind of like the cheese and easy. And there was a fourth battalion while I was there, but they eventually got rid of them because they're getting more integrated platoons with the females. So if there would be one female platoon and 5 male platoons, obviously women will enlist at a lower rate, so there would only be one platoon in each company, and even a lot of companies wouldn't even pick up female recruits because there's just so little enlisting. So anyway, first deck lead, or not first deck, third deck lead, 1042, and yeah, I'd be at the fucking back hatch. My rack would be at the very end, towards the back. I can't remember if I was starboard or port side. I'm pretty sure I was starboard side of the squad bay, and I'd fucking rack the fuck out. Like my rack would be right there towards the fucking back hatch, dude. I'd sit there for like 10 minutes, act like I was fucking doing some bullshit, and just fucking rack out, bro. I did not care. Motherfuckers had to wake me up for them to fucking transfer over. And it got to the point, I think, eventually where so many kids were getting caught sleeping during Firewatch that we had to wake up the drill instructor that was on deck that day by banging on the fucking drill instructor's hatch and tell him that we're ready to change over. But that still didn't stop me from fucking sleeping, bro. If I got they call it Maytag, there'd be 4 shift, and there was one in the Maytag which was in the bathrooms. It's basically the laundry room, bro. I'd rack out on the damn dryers, bro. I did not care. I was a trash ass recruit. I ain't gonna lie, bro. But I never got caught. I never got caught sleeping by the drill instructors. Thank God. Them poor souls on first and last shift, bro. They had it fucking rough, especially first shift Firewatch, because sometimes like the first sergeant or the company first sergeant or the company commander or a series commander would walk on deck, and they would just get absolutely fucking fried, bro. I remember one of the first nights I was there. I think it was still informing, bro. Just like 3 drill instructors from a random deck just came on fucking deck and just started fucking shit up. And like before you even got a wink of sleep. So if they ever tell you that you're guaranteed 40 hours of sleep on fucking in boot camp, bro, that's a fucking damn lie. Because that first hour, bro, you're not getting any sleep because the fucking post one's getting fucking drilled by whoever's on fucking deck. Especially the first sergeant or the fucking company commander or whoever fucking walks on deck, fucking chief drill instructor, whatever, walks on deck, bro. You fucking motherfuckers getting fried by everybody, and fucking the damn whatever the fucking post he's standing at gets fucking slung. The fucking log book gets fucking slung. You gotta pick it back up. Fucking gets slung again. The motherfucker can't get the fucking report right and everything. So I never got post 1, at least not first shift. Thank God, even though I did know the report by that point, because I was there was early chow and late chow. There would be people who would gear watch while everyone else eats, and there would be people who ate first and then relieved the late chow or early chow, and then they would watch until everyone was done eating. And then when you're early chow or late chow, you have to memorize the fucking report because the motherfuckers make you repeat it ad nauseum the entire fucking time. Okay. So I was early chow until I got injured, and then they switched me out with someone else, obviously. And honestly, I fucking hated it. So I was actually glad to got rid of that. But I think later on, probably during the weeks that go by, they stop fucking with you as much. They kind of let you be a little independent there, and I probably would have liked that better. But early on, that shit sucked ass. Going back on the Firewatch, So yeah, the first fucking like week I was there, the motherfuckers, random drill instructors came on deck, started fucking shit up. There was a rack next to me that was empty with no mattresses or anything on it. Motherfucker just flipped it. Motherfucker, that shit fell apart like fucking Legos. That shit was, and it was loud as fuck because it was right next to me. Couldn't get a fucking lick of sleep. And obviously, like I said, I had Firewatch every fucking week or every day of the week. 1 hour. I forgot. It was like at like midnight or like 1 a.m. And you'd have, I'm pretty sure you'd go to bed at 8 and wake up at 4 a.m. every day. And I got used to having 7 hours of sleep. Actually, I'd get more like 8 hours of sleep because I'd fucking, like I said, rack the fuck out. There'd be like a trash can that was upside down next to the hatch for some reason. I'd sit on that bitch and just fucking like that on the fucking wall. I'd find a fucking spot next to the windows and just fucking on the wall, bro. Motherfuckers had to wake me up. Yeah, man, I did not take Firewatch seriously. No matter what post I was at, I was trying to fucking sleep. Unless I was post one, because that's really hard because you're right in front of the drill instructor hatch, so you cannot fucking manage to fucking fall asleep there. But every other post, even Rover, bro, straight racked out. Yeah, other than that, other than me sleeping on Firewatch, I wasn't great at drill, but I wasn't bad. You know, obviously, if you fuck on drill, you're gonna get called out. But it really never happened to me. I wasn't good, like I said, but I wasn't bad enough to where I really got noticed. Even though I was fucking tall as shit, I was the tallest in my platoon. So I was like at the very front of squad 4 or whatever. I was the very front of that, behind the squad leader and the guide. But yeah, since I was injured, it made it really hard to march, to drill and shit. So, and I didn't have a lot of practice because I was off and off on light duty. But some of the things I remember is one time the drill instructor fucking tripped after we were running back to the fucking squad bay. And for some reason, he wanted us to say kill whenever a drill instructor made a mistake or anything, or like sneeze or anything. And none of us said it. So we all got fucked up in the damn sand pit. There's a thing called IT where, like, if you fuck up, which I got IT'd a lot early on because I struggled to scream. I always tried to match the volume of the drill instructor talk to me because I just didn't understand the concept of them talking to me and me screaming at them. And that would cause me to get fucked up every time. Or I'll just get picked out for random reasons. Like, for example, if you went to, they call it the RTC, the recruit training company, or facility, RTF, the recruit training facility, where you go to get classes done, shit, for different tests, like marine knowledge and shit, dude. Every so often, the fucking teacher would be like, "Are we sleeping so-and-so company?" And we'd be like, "No, sir." And then, "Oh, we're trying to sleep, huh?" And then they'd call drill instructors over, and everyone would get fucking IT'd. They'd pick out random people to get IT'd. The cheese for that, from what I've been told, I don't really know because I never did it, and I didn't even think about doing it. Is that if you stood up, because if you've fallen asleep, they'd make you stand up. They'll tell you to stand up. So if you stood up on the sides, like on the walls, you would never get picked out to get IT'd. So that was pretty comp strategy. Whoever thought about that, I forgot who told me about that, but that's pretty comp strategies. Anyway, yeah, I'd always get picked out during that, and for not screaming or fucking whatever thing, for whatever reason they could think of to fucking IT you, because you're gonna get IT'd. It's just gonna happen. Sometimes I'd be like, "Hey, bro, when everyone else getting dressed, put on your fucking go fasters and fucking, which is your tennis shoes, and just meet me at the front quarter deck." And you just be getting slayed out. And that was honestly worse than getting slayed out in the sand pits, especially in the mornings, because at least the sand was like a little bit cold. So at least you weren't fucking sweating in the squad bay because the AC wasn't even on yet because it wasn't hot enough for it yet, but it was hot enough for it to be fucking hot as fuck in the squad bays. Like when I was on Firewatch with my damn fucking uniform on, I was really fucking sweating. Some of the best moments though is when you get like your fucking name tapes. Like I just told you, first you get your deserts name taped, and then you get your one set of your woodlands name taped, and then you get your second set name taped. I think it goes like you get your woodlands, or no, your deserts name taped around like swim week. Then you get which is like 4 or 5 weeks into boot camp, and then you don't already blouse your boots. So first you start with your boots unbloused, so you have them folded. Then you get your boots bloused. Then you get your deserts name taped. Then you get your woodlands name taped at like grass week, table 1. And then by the end of table 2, you should have every bit of your camis, which is what they call them, name taped. So when we got those first set of uniforms, name tape, bro, that shit was so fucking hype. That shit was hype as fuck. And then getting the Woodlands on top of that, bro. Woodlands, I ain't gonna talk about STC probably this time. And if y'all want a part two, I'll talk about when I was in the STC, or I might just make one anyway. But when I was in STC, bro, that shit was a flex. I was just gonna say that. Classes were dog shit, but at least they let me be able to rest my legs. My fucking legs hurt all the fucking time. And another thing that really sucked, I mentioned before how the box chows that they gave you in receiving fucking sucked ass. But the thing is, when I was in 1st Battalion Bravo Company, the 1st Battalion chow hall, so there's 3 chow halls, or there's 2 chow halls, I guess 3 when I was there, or actually 4. So there was the consolidated chow hall where 3rd Battalion and 2nd Battalion ate at, and then there's supposed to be a 1st Battalion chow hall, really right next to Bravo Company. It's like between Bravo Company, Alpha Company, and Charlie Company. I honestly couldn't tell you where Delta Company was. I think Delta Company was like next to Charlie Company. Anyway, and Bravo Company and Alpha Company shared like the same building, pretty much. But the chow hall was under renovations when I was there, so we had fucking nasty ass breakfast box chow every fucking morning except for Sundays, because we had nothing going on, because Sunday's like a rest day. You go to church and all that bullshit, and then you fucking drill all day. So Sundays was an easy ass day, but even Saturdays I think you'd mostly drilled too, where everything else in the week was like fucking, actual like training shit. But we have nasty ass box chows every day of the fucking week. And the breakfast box chows are significant, at least when I was there. I think they eventually got better. But breakfast box chows when I was there, bro, were so ass. You get this nasty ass sausage bagel, cold as fuck, with a damn fruit and a damn peanut butter packet. And that's all you got. That's all you ate, bro. You have fruit, a damn nasty ass sausage bagel sandwich, and like a fucking pack of raisins and some fucking peanut butter, bro. That's supposed to hold you over all morning, bro. And I wouldn't even eat the nasty ass sausage bagel, bro. So I was fucking starving, dude. I literally dropped, when I went there, I was 175. I dropped to 155, probably specifically because I did not eat fucking breakfast. Anyway, that shit was fucking ass. Fucking ate nasty ass fucking box chow every fucking morning, dude. So I was fucking starving by lunchtime, bro. I was absolutely devouring food during lunch, dude. Shit was fucking terrible. I was starving. And another thing I always did too is I never took, in only a few occasions did I ever take a piss during the day, bro. I would hold that shit in all day because I didn't want to get fucking absolutely flamed for fucking up asking. Because you had to ask in a certain way. You had to be like, you had to give the proper greeting of the day, and then you had to be like, so you'd be like, good morning, sir, recruit, Morris, request permission to make a head call, sir, or some shit like that. And depending on how you delivered it and how loud you were, they would be like yes or no, and or try again. And eventually, and they didn't owe you a fucking head call, even though they're supposed to. They're shooting. When you get dropped, they ask you, have you ever been denied a head call? And that shit happened frequently. Okay. So I was holding my piss all day, pissing shit. The shit was easy, unless I had like fucking diarrhea or something. But I never pissed myself. I had a few close calls, especially in the fucking mornings. But because you gotta drink a lot of water, especially in the summer times, you drinking a fucking lot of water and holding that piss in, dude, shit was bad. I only pissed on like a few occasions, and even when I did piss, I didn't even have enough time in the fucking porta john is throw like 2 of you in there at once to even fucking empty my bladder. I'd come out mid fucking piss, throwing my shit back in my pants. Shit was terrible, bro. So I would hold my piss all day, literally piss a fucking flood, and then shit in the fucking head, which is the bathroom, fucking smell like shit and fucking piss, and it was so bad every fucking morning and evening. Right when you get, they call it senior drill instructor square away time. You get an hour before bed to like just do whatever you want, write letters, square away your shit, like make sure your fucking boots are cleaned and fucking laced up right and all this and that before you went to fucking sleep. But yeah, dude, I would fucking piss like crazy, dude. In the mornings, you get an hour to clean up, which is kind of like a little bit of a rest to get woken up and shit before you head out. And some days it was cold in the morning, but fucking hot as fuck in the evening in the spring when I was there. And the squad, like I said, the squad bays were hot as fuck. I was constantly sweating fucking drinking water and shit. And another stupid thing too is that if you were not on Firewatch, you could not get out of your rack other than go to make a head call, which is to use the bathroom. You couldn't even get out of your fucking rack to like fucking see what's in your footlocker, bro. That was against the rules for some reason, but you can get up to go use the bathroom. I don't really understand the concept of that. Probably just like make sure recruits don't fuck around and shit. But other than that, I spent a lot of time on First Deck Lee where they put all the fucking sick kids and injured kids on light duty. All you did is sit in the fucking front quarter deck, get treated by shit by everyone. You'd fucking be on gear watch during all the events and shit. Get treated like shit by everybody. I literally say like the proper greeting of the day to somebody, and they'd call me a light duty fucking loser or some shit. And it was rough, but you know, I couldn't help getting injured, and they kept misdiagnosing me. So literally, it looked like I was trying to be like a light duty king, what they called it, and skim by fucking boot camp, even though I did all the graduation requirements to the point I got dropped. Yeah, man, I'm trying to think of what else other stories I could think of. One kid got dropped because he literally during I think depot tax, we were doing laundry, gathering laundry around the base. He literally said he wanted to, unalive himself, and that pissed off our what was it called? The drill instructor was right behind the senior drill instructor. They call him like the drill hat or whatever. He was pissed. There's a knowledge hat, the kill hat, the drill hat, and then the senior drill instructor. And then Albert, the senior drill instructor, is the chief drill instructor who does the entire series. There's like two chief drill instructors, one for each series. And there's a series commander, and then there's the company commander. If you've been there, But he was pissed, and Angular fucking kill hat was ruthless as he should be. But I got fucked with a lot, especially by my drill hat. For some reason, he liked to fuck with me a lot. I met with him before I left to go to the platoon that they separate you with. It's called like the recruit separation platoon. He was really cool with me, and it was a pretty awesome chat that we had together. We shook each other's hands, and he's like, there was nothing to be ashamed of, which really helped me during that time because I really felt like a piece of shit most of the time. But some of the time, I didn't care. But anyway, we get off topic again. Yeah, and there was one kid that said he had some kind of illness that was uncurable, and he had to go home, basically faking shit. He got sent home too because he didn't want to train. He basically got failure to adapt or refusal to train, something along those lines, because he kept acting like he was sick. Other than that, I think those are the only two people before me who got dropped from the platoon. I don't know if anyone got dropped after. I never saw them when I went to the special training company, STC, which is where they put PCP, which is the physical conditioning platoon, medical rehabilitation platoon 1 and 2. One's for upper body, one's for lower body, which I went to the one with lower body, obviously. And then there's FRP, which is the female recovery platoon, which is just basically PCP, MRP, and MRP2 in one, because they can put them all on one deck without there being a problem, because like I said before, there's not a whole lot of females on the island. Probably my least favorite time, other than getting injured during when I was in training, was probably the PTs weren't bad. The confidence course wasn't too bad. Gas chamber, though it sucked, wasn't terrible. Rappel tower wasn't terrible. If I had to pinpoint one thing, it's probably just getting IT'd constantly. Probably, if I put my finger on the least thing I liked during like the training phase, would probably be going to the RTF and it's getting absolutely fucking slayed for no reason. That fucking sucked. And you get these boring ass classes that you can't keep your eyes open because you're not doing anything. And you're tired as fuck because you get absolutely fucking slayed all day. You go there and you have to sit through a class, and it's like warm too, so you're like fucking like you're dozing off without even trying to, and then you get fucking slayed for no fucking reason, and it's just RTF sucked. Well, I'm about 30 minutes into the fucking video, so I can't really think of at the top of my head anything else that really happened other than motherfuckers getting fucked up on Firewatch, which happens in every platoon. Nothing really, no really crazy punishments for that. I remember we had to throw all our shit in the fucking in the showers, and we had to take a shower with that shit. Taking showers were awful. You only get like fucking maybe. I had a pretty small platoon of only 42 people, or around 42 people. I think it was like 40 by the time I left. Very small platoon because of how the point was in the year. Yeah, even showering there, because some motherfuckers just didn't care and just showered as long as they fucking wanted to, and left everyone else who were last, like me, because I was at the end of the squad, be on the opposite side of where the showers were. It'd take forever. So half the platoon would brush their teeth and shave, and the other half of the platoon would go to shower, and motherfuckers did not care. I might have had, there were some cases where I like didn't even really shower. I like put the water on my head, and that was it. Like, put the water on my head, fucking do this shit because you don't have anything to wash. You don't have a wash rag, or what is it, PUFA, whatever the fuck they're called, a loofah. You have anything like that? You have the fucking basic ass Dawn fucking soap that they gave you, and you put it on, rub your hands, and I had time to like do this shit, like, and that was it. Basically, what they tell you to do is your fucking balls, ass, armpits, and that's basically it. That's what they want you to hit the most. So I just kind of like did that shit, and that's sometimes all the time. I didn't even have time to rinse off sometimes. Brushing teeth though wasn't bad. Shaving wasn't bad, even though you only get one chance to shave in the evening, and then if you have fucking fast growing hair by the next evening before you showered and everything, motherfucker, have hair growing out, and motherfuckers will slay you for that. And they'd be like, well, if we catch you shaving in the morning, we'll fuck you up. But, you know, sometimes that's what you have to do. Like, bro, come on. Like, they'll tell you, like, I'm not going to tell you to do this, but you probably should shave your face in the morning before everyone wakes up so you don't get fucked up in the evening for not shaving. Like, that's so fucking stupid, bro. That's stupid. And and eventually they closed off the head because so many people were using the head during morning cleanup that the fucking letter drill sergeant said, yep, no, head is secured except for people who are cleaning it until further notice because people kept using it. I just said fucking pissed in there anyway because my bladder, like, I'd piss before bed, and then by the time I woke up, I had to piss again so bad. Obviously, I won't be able to wake myself up. I don't have a fucking internal clock. You don't have alarm clocks or anything. So I wasn't able to wake myself up early enough to, you know, piss before we had to get online and do all the fucking head count and all that stupid shit. But let me just think real fast of anything that happened that I can think of on the top of my head. No, not really. But to be honest, like I said, I didn't get the full boot camp experience. I was like light duty for like a week of total time because I kept getting on and off light duty for a few days. And yeah, I got my wisdom teeth pulled there too, which wasn't terrible. I also got light duty for that too. I got SIQ actually, so I got to sleep all day. That was kind of nice. If y'all want a part 2 of this, let me know, and I'll give one. I'll do one with me and STC. I have a lot more stories to tell when I'm in CC, so let me know in the comments if y'all want a part 2, and maybe I'll bring up some more stories of me in training. But like I said, I was on Paris Island from March like 27th to like of 2023 to like March like 17th of 2024. So I was there for pretty much a year. So I have a lot more stories to tell. I could even probably do a third part of this if you want to do it. I just been kind of holding this off because I just really haven't been in the mood and didn't really want to talk about it until now. So if y'all want me, it's like I said, tell another story, drop some comments, leave some likes, and I will do another one, and we'll talk more about boot camp. I'll probably go over STC. So anyway, guys, hope you guys enjoyed the video. That was a bit different, and I'm not really used to yapping like this a lot of times, so hope it wasn't too bad. But hope you guys enjoyed the video anyway, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.